But what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Brandon or Dagger coming at you guys with a brand new video, and today we're doing a little POV drive in the BRZ. You guys can tell we are in the BRZ. Hope the camera angle's good. We're going for a little drive. Car's warm because I actually just got off of work, went inside, grabbed my camera, and we're back out. But today we're going to be talking about the first impressions or driving impressions on the BRZ, because if you guys have been watching me for a little while, I've been driving pretty much nothing but front wheel drive cars. I've had a 10th gen hatchback, 2 SIs, Type R, 2 8th gens, and that's pretty much all my front wheel drive cars. So all my sports cars have been nothing but front wheel drive. I did have a rear wheel drive 4Runner, but that doesn't really count. I'm going to give you guys my first impressions on the BRZ. Now, I've had the BRZ for actually a week now, I believe. There's a lot of differences in this car. Actually, believe it or not, I am pretty scared to drive this car. I can't lie. Not necessarily scared of the car, but I'm scared to push the car. And what I mean by that is like taking a turn a little too fast. I can't tell, I'm a little worried. Just because I don't want the rear end to slip out. I know this doesn't have the horsepower, but I think you can still spin out taking a corner a little too hard. I don't know. I don't have summer tires on. I just have all season tires on. So spinning tires is always on the back of my mind. But I want to give you guys like this is my first non-Honda as well. That has been my sports car, and honestly, it drives super good. I can't lie to you guys though. First thing I did notice, obviously getting on the car, is the gearbox. The gearbox feels super good. I want to say it's felt even better than a lot of the cars that I've owned prior before I put short shifters on them. I think my 10th gen SI, my Type R, and my 8th gen all had short shifters on them, and this is the first one without one. Kind of adjust my angle a little bit. You guys were kind of in my eyesight. Gearbox, first thing I noticed, feels super good. I mean, this car, I think Subaru or Toyota, whoever designed the gearbox itself, absolutely nailed it. Like, it feels super good. Feels notchy, which I always like. It feels kind of short too. I'm sure it's not a short shifter. I mean, I don't think the previous owner put a short shifter on it, because by the looks of the car, every bolt looks like it was untouched, so it doesn't really look like they did anything to it. But gearbox feels super good. I will add though, the worst thing about this car, and I'm gonna add it, is the clutch. If you guys know anything about Subarus, I feel like they definitely made this clutch, because it does not feel good. It's super mushy. It's kind of hard to find the bite point too. I'm still getting used to it. Like, even on my 8th gen that I have right now, the clutch point is super low. Like, the moment you lift your foot up is the bite point. This one, I feel like is super high, but not also that. I feel like you can't even feel it. Like, it kind of feels non-existent. So that's something that I'm definitely trying to get used to. Like, sometimes I just over rev it because I just don't feel it, but maybe that's something I can get used to. I think they also make like a clutch spring that you can replace that kind of helps that out a little bit. I need to look more into that and see exactly what that is, but because I'm not 100% sure. But again, kind of going back to rear wheel drive, I mean, it's just one of the scarier parts to me about this car, because I've never really driven or owned rear wheel drive, so it's definitely something that's completely new to me. But it feels super good. I mean, power, definitely a lot more than my 8th gen SI. It feels a lot torquier. I haven't really floored it in this car yet, because I'm kind of waiting till we get an exhaust, because I kind of want to hear the exhaust, and I want to swing it too. I can't lie. I kind of want to drift it. I never drifted a car. I don't know if this is the right platform to do it on, but that's definitely on the bucket list of owning this car. I gotta swing it at least once, you know what I mean? Car feels super smooth. It's actually really quiet in here, which I don't know if it's just because this is a quiet car. Obviously, I haven't put an exhaust on it. I've never even ridden in one that had an exhaust on it, so I don't know if this is supposed to be a quiet car or a loud car. But I mean, outside noise is kind of non-existent. It kind of reminds me of the Tesla a little bit, which is a super quiet car, but it does really good at noise isolation. Like, that's definitely one thing. I could definitely say that handling on this car feels super good as well. Like, I did get the chance to, like, you know, take it on the on-ramp, and it does pretty good. Now, again, scared to push it. Didn't really get to floor. Like, if you gave me a Type R right now and I was taking an on-ramp, I could do 70, 80 easily. This car, I'm like at 50. So, a little scared to push it because, again, scared of getting sideways, but it still feels planted for the most part. I mean, even going like 50 miles an hour, it's still super planted, which is a good thing. Oh, look, there's another one right there. Every time wait, are those wheels lighter than mine? I don't know. Ever since I've owned this, I've seen a lot more of the first gen and some second gens. Is that common? Like I saw, well actually today alone I've seen more second gens because I saw 2 on my way home and then that one right there. But prior to owning this car, I don't know anything. I don't remember seeing any of these on the road, but now I'm seeing a lot more of them. Maybe because I own one now and I'm just looking for them, trying to do the Subi wave, like what up dude, yeah, I don't know. But I mean, this car just, it feels good. Now I can't wait to get an exhaust, headers, and just hear how this car sounds, because that's probably gonna make this drive 10 times better and make it more fun. But in terms of like it being completely stock, it feels good. I'm actually super surprised. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more like how the 10th gen or the 11 gen SI felt, which is a little bit more like computerized a little bit, which if you guys have owned one, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Like the 11 gen just they don't feel analog. The car feels a little bit more digital, like it's just relying on the system, like a computer system, versus like me actually driving a car, which coming from an 8 gen, which is super raw, this car feels modern and raw. I don't know if that's done on purpose. You know, I was kind of reading some forums before I had even owned one, and they're saying like this is going to be the last rear-wheel drive analog car, which it feels pretty raw to me. I can't say I'm relying on a computer too much, which, like, again, if you guys driven an 11 gen SI or even just a modern car, you kind of know what I'm talking about. This car feels like it's a driver's car. And again, don't know if that was done on purpose, but I mean, it came out the same year as the 11 gen SI, and this just feels 10 times better. But all in all, I feel like this is a pretty good driving car. Again, I never had a rear-wheel drive car, so this is very new to me. I'm probably sounding like a broken record saying that, but feels super good. And I was kind of going into this with like an open mind of like, this is a whole new world, and it completely is. Like, it's nothing. I've never owned a car that kind of felt like this, and that's a good thing. I mean, I'm going into a new platform, and it feels super good. Driving impressions, this car feels super good. I would say it's solid. Like I said, I've driven it hard going onto on-ramps, just try to get a feel for it, and it just feels super responsive. Now, I would go onto the freeway and kind of show you guys, but we're in traffic hour right now, I can't lie. But I'm super happy with this buy. Oh, there's a first gen up there. See, I'm starting to see a lot more of them. But yeah, I think one thing that I definitely need to fix is the clutch, because I literally can't feel anything. Like, it feels completely soft. So I'll probably look into that little spring, but I mean, I don't really feel too much body roll for stock suspension. It feels super good, and I'm, again, super happy with this purchase because this is all completely new, and I hope you guys are excited as much as I am. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this car. I already told you guys the plans with this. Now it's just moving forward and getting it done. I did ask you guys on Instagram if I should put coilovers on it or bag it, and a lot of you guys actually said go static, which I'm super surprised. But I mean, coming from what I'm used to, it's kind of coil everything, so it kind of makes sense. But even my FRS homie was telling me to go static, and I think I gotta go static. So I'm looking at the coilovers right now. I'm thinking BC Racing, which I've owned before on both my 10 Gen SI. So I might rock with those, something that's extremely familiar and that I'm used to using. So I might get into those. This is not going to be a track car. I am not tracking this car. If I were to get a track car, it would have been a Type R. Oh, look, see the first gen? It's got an exhaust on it. Oh, it's got wheels on it. A little RPF 1 keys. I like those first gens too. They actually look more aggressive, and these look more tamed. It kind of reminds me of like the Type Rs. Like the 10 gen was more aggressive, 11 gen was more tamed. That's what this gen and that gen kind of feel like. And a lot of people I saw when they were getting this car brand new, they hear the engine noise. I'm pretty sure the previous owner might have turned that off, which you can't turn off by opening the side over there and just turning it off yourself. But I mean, I don't really hear it. You guys hear fake noise? That kind of sounds like a real engine noise to me, but I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't even know how that works, to be honest. Because I was watching some videos and it was like super loud. Like you can hear that engine. This one I can hear it, but it's not like crazy annoying, you know what I mean? I don't know, could just be me. Oh, look at 10 Gen SI. Oh, a little beep beep there, you know what I mean? His license plate just says soft R? That's wild, but that's really wild. Wow, that just shocked me. That just put me in awe. Exhaust. I know what exhaust I think I'm gonna go with. I want to go with Tomei. Now, obviously being a JDM fanboy, I've never had a Tomei. But I'm thinking Tomei. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna go single exit or double exit. I know a lot of people go double exit because they don't like the cutout. I think there's a company that makes an exhaust cover now, which if I go single exit, I'll just buy the cover and just cover it up. Which in my opinion, I feel like single exit is just a wave for a JDM car, in my opinion. I'm not sure. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see how they feel on coilovers because this car already drives super good. I would say drivability is definitely a 10 out of 10. Coming from a front-wheel drive car and coming from a super raw car like an 8 Gen, just definitely drives pretty good. I would definitely say it drives a lot better than my 8 Gen. Obviously, that car is older, but definitely drives better than the 11 Gen in my opinion. But again, I hope you guys are excited for the mods coming. I'm just doing a lot of research and seeing what is out there on the market because obviously there's a million things out there for this car and this platform. So I'm just doing my research, doing it right and doing it right the first time. But obviously I'm trying to get the 8 Gen sold, so if you guys are interested in that car, hit me up on Instagram. It'll be down below. And yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Again, drivability on this car, driving impressions, 10 out of 10. It drives super good. I can't wait to get a little bit of noise out of it, a little bit lower, maybe wheels and tires, and kind of see what this car is all about. Again, I'm not taking it to the track, but I definitely am gonna take it to the canyons. If you guys enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys have not already. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.